and give you a new sketch. And then we have like the dice, which makes a random change within the sketch. We have upload to gallery. There's an online gallery, so the community is very generous and they share their work onto the online gallery, and that's what this is pulling from right now. And then we have our question mark, which is info window. So I'm going to start by just clicking on this load library extensions. This is a fun place to look at just to see different ways of working within the code. We have color manipulation, noise generators, op art patterns, screen space operations. So it's just like a list, and it's the community, they list their name, like who developed the interface that you're looking at. So I'm going to click on screen space operations, and that's going to give me the code, the background, and this one's really fun. I'm going to X out of here so you can take a look at it. So this one's doing like this glitching effect of the layers of triangles. And if we look inside of the code, we have a window frame, we have a render, we have an oscillator, a kaleidoscope, and then we have this SRC with sorts, blends, contrasts. And what they say in the beginning is change some numbers, shift, control, return, and you can modify. So that's where you can start, is just by changing a number. I'm just going to change contrast. I'm deleting the 1, and shift, control, return, and that gives me nothing. It gives me a gray screen. So just to show you, the other way to refresh is just to hit play. So it's as simple as that as far as making changes. You can just change numbers inside of the parentheses. I just took kaleidoscope to 30, so I'm getting this totally different effect. Now it's a circle instead of a triangle. I can change my oscillator numbers. So that's like a simple way of beginning, I would say. So now I'm just going to take this back to 1. So if we go back to our opening page, I want to show you now the list of Hydra functions. So if you pull this up on the main page and click on list of Hydra functions, it's going to take you to this page here. And when I'm working in Hydra, I usually have both of these pages open. So I have my functions page, and then I have, I need to share this. Sorry about that. Going to share the functions page now. So I'm usually working with 2 windows open. The function page and the Hydra window. And you can see inside of the functions page, it gives you these different themes. So you have source, you have geometry, you have color, blend, module, external sources, synth settings, array, audio.
Wait,
so whatever you're interested in.
You need to reload. You need to share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, and just a warning to everybody: please don't touch the screens. Just sometimes people accidentally touch them. Could have been me, but.
You see the. Let me see.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, where's the function again? Can I ask you where do you go to see the functions page?
It's the link. I'll click the link. I'll put the link in the chat.
Cool.
But it is it's on the opening page in the list at the bottom when you scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
It's there.
I'm going to just move it over here a little bit so that way it's a little bit more out of the way for people. There we go.
So there's
Perfect. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. So these are the functions, and I'm just gonna show you if I click onto geometry, and I just click rotate, it brings up this window here, and it tells you how it's working in the code, the usage, it tells you the syntax, so you have your rotate and then you put in your angle, comma, speed is how it's working. So the first number is your angle and the second number is your speed for rotate. And then underneath it gives you an example, and that's what you're seeing in the window. So this is, inside of this example, you can change it as well to see what it does. So I just changed it from 360 to 180. So you can make these like slight modifications inside and look at it that way and learn it that way, and then you can take it back and copy paste it into your sketch on the site. So that's like the high, deep, and wide of the interface. There's also, I'm going to share one more thing in the chat. So we're just starting with all the resources. So the other resource I'm sharing now is, oops.
There it
This
goes.
is the first one of how to workshop in the metaverse. So.
No problem. I will do the scaling up. So if you lose it, don't worry about it. I'll scale it up.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, so this is another really helpful page, getting started with Hydra. And this is your intro to learning. This is in their learning section, so it just gives you, getting to know the browser information. It gives you all the tools, which we went over the toolbar, how to work inside of the editor, and then it shows you some ways of transforming things. So the way that this is mostly used is live, so that you're running code and then you affect the code, you transform the code, and you make it change. And that's how people are performing with this, is that they set up some code and then they change it either by changing the numbers or by turning off and on lines of code with a double hash. So that's the way of turning it off and on live. So this is a really handy place to start, is the getting started. Alright, let's get back into it. Ariel, did you have a question?
No, I just
Okay.
was trying to figure out which Ariel had raised their hand. I figured it out.
Okay. I think my screen sharing went away for some reason.
I still see it.
Okay. No, I mean like my option to share the screen. Oh, that's what, okay. Alright, so now we are going to play a little bit. And I just wanted to give you an example of how you can play with this. So this is sketch of geometry here that we're looking at. You see that it's using a shape and that it's repeating the shape and then it's scrolling the shape.
Cool.
So that the shape is moving across the screen diagonally from the lower right corner to the upper left corner. And I've put a little note on there at the end on the final line that if I add repeat after shape, that it'll do something. So what I can do is just copy that and move it over after shape and paste it. Make sure that I put a period after that. And then shift control return. Oops. So I did two. And now I have repeating triangles. So I have a bunch of them. And I could do it again and then have a bunch more. So it's just like a very quick and dirty example of how you can be working within something, have a note for yourself, and just copy paste and affect the code in the image that you're working with. So that's like a real intro to basic intro to the engine, and I thought that we could take some time now, about 20 minutes, to build together so that we're all working and making. And so this is your time to play, and then we'll come back and share what we've made by sharing our screens. And during the 20 minutes while you're building, I was gonna invite Joey to talk about how he's worked a bit with Hydra. And I can also talk about some other artists in Web3 that are working with Hydra as well as you work. So it's like 1:22 right now, and we can share around 1:40. So go ahead and play and build.
Okay.
And Joey, do you want to chat a little bit about your piece and how you were working with Hydra?
Yeah, sure. So for the work that happened in the Loop exhibition, I was using the outputs from Hydra as a texture map for the GLB sculpture that I made. So I kind of wanted to build a project that was spatial and kind of multi-dimensional like a GLB. And I also wanted to mess around with Hydra a little bit, so I was asking ChatGPT to write the code for all of that. And 3JS is generating the sculptural tube elements, and then all of the color and kind of gradienting and texture of sort of the yellows and blues and greens, as well as the kind of reds and yellows. All of that color is coming from a Hydra output. So it's sort of an example of like I like the 2D like live video looping, and you can like search that in like YouTube. There's examples of people like live coding with Hydra, and it's like super wild. Like they're making all the sound and visuals live. But I just wanted to like kind of harness the power of Hydra to easily create these textures and use it to map to kind of color and texturize my GLBs. So that's kind of what I did there. I'm happy to talk 15 more minutes, but I kind of want to build now that we have like a 16 minutes to jam. So I might go ahead and
Yeah. Great, thank you. I wanted to share another artist's work actually, so. And you'll see as you play with the interface on Hydra, as you randomize or rotate through, you'll see the different artist names there whose work is coming up on the screen. And one of those artists is a friend of mine, Rhonda, who I'm going to share. Rhonda works with Hydra all the time. And you can see here, I'll share this link as well in the chat. So this is Rhonda's work, and they are an artist based in Indonesia, and they are a composer, live coder, video artist, and digital artist. I would also call Rhonda a generative artist. And they're using code to make all of their work. And you can see all of these glitch pieces that Rhonda has on object are coming right out of Hydra. And they have some moving works as well. Some flashy stuff.
Oh,
Flashy warning, seizure alert.
that's how they're doing it.
But that's this is a big member of the community. You'll see their works pop up when you're cycling through the examples, and they're a huge resource if you have questions. I always ask Rhonda questions when I'm working with Hydra. They know a lot about it, and they work with it all the time, so it's a great resource to look at to see what can be done with the engine. I also wanted to share the creator's work, Olivia Back.
So there's no way to just add something to it, like copy paste, or is there?
Can you say a little bit more about what you're?
Well, I was trying to copy paste the mouse thing into mine, but it doesn't work. It breaks it when I do that. So I was wondering, is there a way to like add like a node or something?
Mm-hmm. So the one tricky thing I'll say about Hydra is that it has to do generally with the order of things and putting it in the right line and the right placement. Sometimes things aren't working because they're not placed in the right sequencing. So that could be what's going on with what you're trying to do. So I would look at, let me go into the functions and see. Are you pulling from the functions, the mouse?
I'm not sure. I think I lost where the functions are. I'm in the,
Okay.
yeah, I think I'm in the guide or something. It says learning, getting started, web editor, video synth basics, external
I'm dropping the
sources.
functions into the chat right now.
Yeah.
The API link, that's where you can grab functions, copy, paste, and drop them in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I already ended up in who knows where I am.
There's also a way to use your camera, so you can use your camera and have screen feedback if you're wanting to see yourself. Super fun stuff. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I was in the wrong place. Okay. Source. So how do you, okay, no, go ahead. What can I
Yeah,
say?
so I'm gonna share this one actually. If you want to work with your camera, hopefully you can see, I'm sharing the link to this as well. So right now I'm using my laptop camera. Hi everybody. And you can see, let me try to make this bigger. Okay. The camera stuff is really fun to work with,
Where do you put
I
it?
think.
Should you put your copy paste things at the top or the bottom of the code?
It depends on what exactly you're working with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Control Enter.
So for this one, to turn on your camera, it's the top line of code.
Ah,
The init cam that's gonna turn your camera on. And then you'll see in the next lines of codes, we have, it's giving a monotone. And then the next line is giving levels, the next time graros, the next line gra wave. And sometimes when I don't know what the thing is, I just go in and change it, and that will tell me what it's doing. So levels, it looks like it's changing like the levels of the colors and light.
right. Is Cha in here or is he like doing something else?
So this
Yeah,
one
I'm
actually,
there.
Oh, okay.
this one is actually running, each line is a different screen, so we have the 4 screens. So each of these lines right now is affecting each of the 4 screens that we're working on.
Where, how you add a screen? Source S.
So if I turn one of these lines off by hashing it out, double hash, see what happens here. Nothing's really happening here. That's interesting. So now these are off. And the way they're getting the 4 screens is just having the out with the 0, 0, 0, 0, 01, 02, 03. So
Alright, I'll look at yours.
another.
Source. So.
Another example of using the screen or the camera. And you can see, let me make this bigger. You can see how this can become performative with the body as well. A lot of the live coding jams will play with the camera and with split screens and with, sometimes people will show what's on their laptop screen and work with that. I'm kind of thinking of like Claudia right now and painting the screen, and be interesting to incorporate that. But you can actually, instead of using the camera, you can show your laptop screen and put effects onto that, and people like to do that sort of effect. The other thing to know is if you want to hide the code, you just do Control Shift H for hide, and that makes the code disappear. So Shift Control H and it goes away. So now you just have your picture. If you wanted a clean look, or if you wanted to do some sort of recording of the screen, that's how you make your code disappear. Shift Control H will bring it back and make it disappear.
Just a quick question. What do we use to make a comment?
Oh yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
it's just double backslash.
Is that
It's
just
just like
leading, or you have to have it on both sides of the code block?
Just in the front of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sure. So we have a couple more minutes for building, and then we'll share. I'm gonna start sharing something that I made that I really like. it's basic, but I really like it. Like a portal.
I keep getting unexpected token. I'm sure that's not.
Yeah, you'll get, if things aren't working, you'll get like a red, in the lower left corner, you'll get some red text that'll tell you what's not working. So it's very helpful in that way where it tells you. And that's where with these platforms, you can use AI to just take the message that you're getting, and you can just plug it into AI and say, can you please fix the code based on the message that I'm getting. You can also go to AI and ask it to create code for Hydra. I've been using Deep AI to play around with it a little bit. I've been chatting with it and asking it to make things, and have been collaborating a little bit with that. So that can be a fun way of writing code and also fixing things that aren't working. Quick fix.
Does it know how, or you just say please write in Hydra?
Yeah, you just ask it to work with Hydra, and it does know how to do it. So I'm just gonna play around with mine a little bit.
So this is called Vibe Hydra-coding?
Yeah, exactly.
Hydra vibing. Okay. That's key.
Alright, I'm wondering if anyone wants to start the share. Anybody ready to share?
Wait a second. Log in. Come on. Somebody else can start.
Alright, do you wanna share your screen? So we can see it?
Super short. It might like melt my computer, so if there's any chance you can just click the link.
Okay.
Yes, so
I'll grab it. Hold on.
for my process, I tend to kind of, sort of ask ChatGPT to do all the work because I mean we only had 20 minutes here, and we also didn't have enough time to like learn everything. So just like let the AI give you everything. So I'll paste also the prompt that I put in for that, so you can see what I wrote and then what my output was. But I was just hoping for something that was kind of like slow moving and I don't know, kind of like sometimes the Hydra stuff can be a little bit flashy. So my prompt is sort of there that I wrote, and I think I may have gotten one error, and whatever was written in red, I just copied and pasted back to ChatGPT, and it like resolved the error. And I like for my work to generally be generative, so I asked it to include like the math randomization function. So if you ever sort of have code, you can just kind of add like the math.random in JavaScript, and now it's generative, and now you're a generative artist. So
I'm not getting anything from yours.
oh,
Can you reshare
in the
the
link.
link? It's not working for me.
Okay, yeah, I can try that.
Did Joey's link work for anyone else? I couldn't get it to work.
It's just a black
Can I share
screen for
your
me.
screen or... Yeah, it just comes up black.
Yeah,
when you
it's
do it.
pretty dark, but it's not supposed to be fully black. I don't know. Maybe I can try to share. So
Yeah,
if someone else
try
wants to kind of share theirs, I can try to get the screen up.
I shared mine. I really did not change. I just changed a couple numbers. What was the way to hide the code? Control H.
Shift Control H.
Thank you, Renee.
Nice.
Wait, LRC. Wait, where is it? Where is it?
Of course, I didn't really do much.
Let's
It
see.
looks sweet, Cha. You don't have to do much sometimes, you know?
Yeah, that was a nice one to start. Yeah, some of them I went through all the,
Wait.
used random a bunch of times to shuffle through some that others had created, and
I want to
there's
get bigger.
definitely a lot of good stuff, and some like this one that just really grabbed me.
Nice, I like the black and white.
Okay.
But I can't read the code right now, really.
That's okay.
And then I guess we could if we did start to learn some functions or something, we could, you know, we find this one and then we're like, oh, if I used this function that was in that last random one that I learned how to use, so now I can copy that and add it onto the end, or
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing the code because of the effect.
I'm having a hard time with this. Can you like track your face and stuff? Okay, so we'll try this one. Alright, I'm about to share. I'm just trying to figure
Nice.
out which one to share. I have no idea what this is. Wait,
So you're using the scrolling, which is giving it that like movement effect, and you've got patterning going on. Can't see what's at the top.
we've got pattern equals parentheses.
Oh, yeah. Oscillator. So you're using your oscillator. You're using a kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Which is like making multiple versions, and then you've got scale, which is like giving it a size. Then you have your pattern, and you're actually scrolling your pattern, and you're multiplying your pattern.
That helps me understand it a little bit.
Yeah.
Easier
Nice. Is that yours?
like that. I changed the kaleidoscope from 20 something to 3.
Nice.
For the kaleidoscope, is that just like there's a set of different types of kaleidoscopes, like maybe 1 through 30, and then you just pick one of those and that's
Ooh.
No, it's actually like how many
That's
times
pretty.
it's splitting it. The number is the amount of splits. So if you just did kaleidoscope as 2, it would just split it in half. So you would get like
I'm just resizing. I think this is
So are you adding
Dennis. I'm
kaleidoscope with
resizing
the
yours so
numbers?
people can see it.
Yeah.
Cool. And then cha.
This one with the brownie.
That's my next Shaz.
Face.
And then every time, since it has the randomization in it, every time you play it, it'll be a slightly different sketch too. And then yeah, it's kind of complicated. So if I were to like write that kind of a function from scratch, would take a long time to learn how to do it and how to execute it and such. So that's where like something like a ChatGPT or Deep AI can just kind of give you the code, and now you have this cool thing that you can just prompt and mint it or use it in your practice or whatever. And Hydra's really good with like making textures and all kinds of movement and stuff.
How would
So I'll hit
you
play a
like
couple times,
save this
start
and
it
put
again.
it into something though?
Nice, thank you guys.
You can like yeah, sure. You can like screenshot if you want to still or like video capture. For the work that I put up in Loop, it was just sort of piped into the 3JS texture map, writing, I guess, JavaScript that ChatGPT gave me. And that process too would be kind of complicated, but I made that work in only a couple hours just by like kind of prompting, like asking the AI to do what I wanted. I wasn't entirely possible to connect, and it just like gives you the full code base in like hours. So you can like really make a lot of cool stuff quickly by just letting the AI do it all for you.
I really like yours. That's very nice.
I don't know how I did it. I don't know what I was trying to get it to like do stuff, but like Petra Courtright style, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
has
nice
some-
you're using the init cam to turn your laptop cam on, and then you have some nice like layering on top of that to give it a nice like glitch effect on top of it. Very subtle colors. I like the colors you're working with.
yeah, I was trying to use a GIF that I have. Let's see if that changes anything. Nope. But it does that. I did like ChatGPT Luma. Let's see if I can change the Luma. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I've turned things off.
Yeah, and I will say that sometimes you just have to hard reset the browser window to get the effects to work sometimes.
Ooh, that was rough.
Well, that's nice. There we go. That's really nice.
I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit so you can still see me underneath it.
That's nice. I like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
Hydra I
that.
think is sweet to just sort of hop in and start tweaking things and playing around. It's pretty friendly in that kind of a way. And then you just have all kinds of cool stuff.
Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah, and you can zip the code and upload it to object if you want to mint. That's what Runga is doing. And you can also hide your code and then do QuickTime recording, screen recording, or take still images and take those into some sort of like image to video AI generator, or into Mosh is a good one to run it through to get some movement. So there's all kinds of things you can do with it. It's just like, for me, it's a generator to create looping content, or just like different kinds of background content. And then it's also a performative structure that you can use live. In my video art class that I teach at NYU, we'll have a live code jam at the end of the semester, and the students will take turns just like plugging in and doing their Hydra jam, and it's super fun. Hey, Renata.
Hey, you mentioned at the beginning, this might be a whole different hour-long talk, but you mentioned you can use it for sound.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Yeah, there are
explain
some
more?
people working with sound. If you go, let me see, let me drop the link. When you enter Hydra, the main page, when you enter in, they have the puzzle piece that you can click on, and it gives you external libraries and extensions and examples. And Tone.js is what a lot of people are working with. Tone.js. I'm gonna drop this into the chat right now. So if you go to that link and you go into Tone.js, I'll give you an example.
This is fun. I'm having,
Yeah.
I'm having a blast.
I'm sharing this. So this is a version of this, one of the sound explorations. And you can see that they're Renata, if you come over by aerials, there's a screen that's pulsing blue. So that's one of the examples, yeah.
Okay.
And it, you can see in the code, it's using sound from freesound.org. It has a player, new tone.player, so that's what's playing it. And it says play as soon as the buffer is loaded. It's not playing right now because it's run out. But if I go back to this previous one, this is a synth. It plays a new tone and has a synth trigger, attack, and release. So these are just like really basic examples. And you can go into, there's a GitHub, and there is a place where they have all the projects that people are working on that you can go and look at. And some artists are specifically only working with sound. So I can point you in that direction if you're interested in that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to master a little bit just the visuals for now.
Yeah.
The timing, because I like Ariel's screen right now. It's really lovely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, and it's fun to just like hang out and play and share. It's just like such a fun, playful, creative space to be in. And then, as you can imagine, when you get like a group of people together that have been doing it for a while, and then a DJ, it's a party.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next year we can have a Hydra live coding party.
This is fun.
with a
that would be
DJ.
good.
Yeah, with a DJ. That'd be super
Bubbles.
fun. Everybody could have their screens up and be live coding.
Come on, Bubbles. This is when I need the dogs to come in here. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's
Nice.
cool. Scale.
Ooh, this rainbow screen is nice. Is that you, John?
Yeah, I hit the kind of shuffle button and it's Marianne Tocito's work, which is super nice. Yeah, there's a lot of good work that people are pretty gracious to kind of make the code available and everything.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So if you hit that kind of shuffle button, you get different works. And then there's these dice button I was clicking that gives you like a different random element. So it kind of randomizes your code a little bit too.
Nice. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks everyone for coming, and I'll leave you with some resources in the chat, and everything's on the site. And in that opening window, it's gonna give you everything you need. And I just encourage you all to play with it and yeah, reach out to the community with questions, and yeah, maybe next year we'll do a jam.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fun. Well, if we give everybody like a little, heads up tutorial thing or something, and then we can do the jam before.
That sounds like a great
Yeah,
plan.
for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Fun. Really fun.
Thank you, Carrie Ann.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, fun times. Thanks so much.